You see that guy right there? I'm gonna pan it up here. Give me a second here. There it is, right there. Bam. You guys see that guy right there? That is me in 1988 purchasing my first and only never again brand new car. When you got a new car at that dealership, they took a picture of you. I still have that picture. That picture was actually a map. I mean, not a map. It was a calendar, but that's real. I'm being transparent here. That's when I had hair. 1988. I was only 18 years old. I know I look like everybody said that when those old pictures, the young people look old in the older pictures. I was 18 years old. I had them. You guys wouldn't believe what shoes those are. Those were called Pro Wings. If you don't remember that, those were Pro Wings from Payless back in the day. You can tell I wasn't buying a lot of clothes back then either, right? But check out those biceps though. Boom. Told you I was lifting back then. This is 1988. So that's my brand new 1988 Ford Escort. That car that I purchased right there, I had to choose. I had $1,500 down. The interest rate was over 20%. Remember, 1988, look, mortgages, the interest rate on a mortgage in 1988 was 13, 14%. So everything was high, right? Money was expensive. So it was a two-door hatchback, $275 a month, cost about $15,000, something like that. Put $1,500 down. It had no air conditioner. I didn't have enough money I had to have either AM, FM stereo cassette or an air conditioner. I chose the AM, FM cassette. I chose it. I didn't, and so for all the years I had the car in the heat of the summer, never had air conditioner. Okay. How silly was that? That was a dumb move, wasn't it? But I wasn't thinking. I'm 18 years old. I got my brand new car. I'm never buying a brand new car ever again. That's the first and the only. You spend less when you pay cash for anything, right? Buying a car forces you to, have these unreasonable costs, right? A new car. This is a new car. I bought a lot of used cars. This car depreciated in value the moment I drove it off the lot. So I had no concept of building wealth. Zero. I had no concept that the insurance, the full coverage insurance that I had to get was going to be XYZ amount. I had no concept of tags and registration, of the maintenance and the upkeep, right? I had no concept of it. I just wanted a brand new car. I was a waiter at a restaurant and I saved up a bunch of money. Said, I'm gonna go do something different. I didn't know that tires cost money, right? It was a tire back then, $50, $40. But that's it. Just wanted to share that with you guys and say that I've been in this thing for quite a while, right? Quite a long time. And some of you remember those Ford Escorts back in the day, right? You can get them in black. You can get them in the red I had. You could get them in the, some people would paint them, fix them up, purple. They do all kind of things with them, right? White. But I'm not speaking of cars, let me just say this. I bought used cars, but I've never had a fancy radio system in a car, because where I'm from, you had to have the nice beat in the car. You didn't have to, but a lot of people had the nice beats in the car. They had the rims on the car. Some people would have the hydraulics on the car, the system, boom, 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 boom. That was a big thing when I was coming up, right? Where I'm from. But I never had a fancy radio system. Didn't have a pull-out, Alpine, Kenwood, whatever, you name it. Never had the rims. I didn't care anything about that. Even when I was younger, I didn't care about that stuff. In fact, let me share this. This is another transparent moment. Don't beat me up if you're a big car person, but check this out. Today, I drive a 17-year-old car. I told you, I'm frugal, right? Today, I drive a 17-year-old car. It has about 180,000 miles on it. Drives fine. Nothing wrong with it. Just got new tires on it. Just got new brakes on it. I do got to get front brakes here shortly. But it's the very first car that, don't laugh. Guys, you got to promise me you're not going to laugh on this, all right? Give me a thumbs up if you won't laugh, all right? I got to make sure you don't laugh at this. My daily driver right now, my 17-year-old car that I drive, it's the first daily driver car that I've had that actually has a CD player in it. Now, before this car, I drove a 97 Escort for about 2 or 3 years after my daughter brought the car back, 97 Escort from college in 2017 till about 2020, 21. My other daughter was driving this car and I was driving the 97 Escort. the cassette didn't work in that. Before the 97 Escort, I was driving my Tundra truck, and it didn't have CD, cassette, or anything. It had a radio in it. Before that, back in 2010 or something, I can't think of what I was driving. But the point is that the car I drive today is the first car I've ever driven. I sound weirdly excited about it, but it's the first car I've driven that has a CD player. I've never driven another car that had a CD player.